What's up, guys? Brandon here.
It's your boy Big Chief.
It's the Kansas City Kitchen Crew.
Yo,
That makes sense because we all work in the kitchen.
who you guys up to?
Shit, man. You got called off of work today.
I got these niggas crammed in my living room doing this podcast today.
Again. The Kansas City
Against
kitchen,
our will.
The Kansas City kitchen crew is right next to me, really close.
It's not
Real
against. It's
close.
not against their will.
I mean, y'all kind of called me up against my will. It's like, bring me food and let's do this podcast.
We did kind of pressure Chief into bringing food over here.
We definitely, yeah.
Under the
we're-
premise of doing the podcast.
doing work, like it's like, yo, we gotta record, bro. But grab some wings. Grab some wings.
I look like the intern that just gets ran around getting coffee and food for everybody.
We should get an intern.
Probably, yeah.
We're trying to intern for the Boil Station. Hit us up at the Boil Station on Twitter. Yeah.
You might get in. You might get in the show one day. One day.
But so no, I got a question for both of you guys. Like I do every fucking week. It's about anime. Like I say every fucking week. No, so I want to know what's your guys' favorite anime fight? Like, and I know you guys obviously seen a lot of anime between you, and there's a lot of great fights. Like I can point out one. Me recently, I've been watching a lot of Baki. I've been reading the manga, and I just really enjoy Yujiro versus Doppo. Like, it's probably one of my favorites. It's slid its way into my top 5.
I'm gonna let you go.
See, I think because I got a couple, man, and I feel like to pick one, shit, probably Hiei versus Bowie.
Oh, okay. That's actually a really good one.
And it's just like, look, you was watching anime back then. As far as the animation style of Yu Yu Hakusho, how they just completely deviated from like the normal shit. It was like how the pain fight in Naruto was, where like that motherfucker just all of a sudden got ridiculously cartoonish.
Started looking silly as fuck.
Yeah, but like
Oh my God.
that shit works, bro. It's just like it almost seems like it lends to the aspect of like the dragons kind of reality bending powers and shit. That it's like, you know what I mean?
No, I can agree with that.
That shit was just dope as fuck. And then another one that I really liked, just because I think Yoko Kurama is like he's probably my next favorite character in Yu Yu Hakusho, like next to Ie. Or I mean Yusuke, of course. I like that nigga fight against the one dude with the music box, the little short dude with the fishing rod. I don't remember his name. He was on like Shishi Wakamaru team.
I don't remember.
Like when he first, because it was supposed to, it was like the mist. It was the mist that came out of the box, and it was supposed to like turn him back into a baby, but instead it like reverted him back to his demon form. It was the first time we saw Yoko come back.
I feel like I remember what you're talking about, but
I feel like I need to rewatch Yu Yu Hakusho.
yeah, I know, right?
I haven't seen it since it came on Toonami.
All right,
like,
so
legit.
So what's yours then, Chief?
Shit. Honestly, man, like I love Naruto. I'm not like the biggest Naruto fan, but it's a couple fights in Naruto that's like dope as fuck, and one of them being Obito and Kakashi.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Yeah,
solid.
that's such a solid fight.
Like that's one of them. Like I like that fight, and then even though it's fairly new still, like the whole Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki. Even that fight, that fight is dope. But I think hands down, I will have to give it to Obito versus Kakashi. Like that little squabble they had, that little squabble was pretty fucking dope, man. Like they put some thought into that fight, like the choreography and everything. Like Naruto fights always been heavy choreographed and shit, so you can see everything that they doing. It ain't like Dragon Ball where you just see these niggas' fists disappearing and shit, and just see sparks flying in the air left and right. Like you actually see everything that they doing, and the little combos that they putting in. So
No, I feel like there's a lot of good anime fights, dude. Just solid fights. Like I don't know if you guys ever watched Vinland Saga, but just like that opening fight between like Thorfinn and the shorter guy, like that shit went hard as fuck. Eren versus the Armor Titan, Like
Yeah,
that nigga Aaron was using like fucking jujitsu and shit on that nigga.
Definitely
Like,
doing some.
he
Definitely
was like
doing some Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
He was
on his
definitely
ass.
not trying to go.
I don't know if y'all seen Don Machi, like is it wrong to try to pick up girls in the dungeon?
I've seen a couple episodes,
Bro, but look, that final fight at the end of the first season where it was like everybody against that floor boss, like that shit was. I love like big fights like that because like aside from the animation, which was great, like just the teamwork and to see so many different attacks, like because everybody was basically using their special moves, pulling they tricks out the bag, like they little secret attacks that nobody's seen, that they was saving, but it was like it's time to use it. Like it's this one part where it's this like one chick, she's like samurai chick.
Mm.
You know, I can't remember names, but no, she does like this little gravity move and shit. Like that shit was just cold as fuck. She's like holding this gravity orb in her palm, but you know, she's like crushing a monster out in the field, and she's like trying to contain it within her palm, and that shit like explodes, and then the fabric of her gloves like flies off her hands. Like shit, just cold as just little details of the shit.
No,
bro.
I mean, have y'all watched? I know it's new. Like it just came out. God of High School.
I have yet to lay eyes on that anime,
Yeah,
so I can't.
either. I don't got Crunchyroll, but I'm definitely debating about.
What do you mean? I got Crunchyroll. I got the boiled account, bro.
Why you had to tell me this?
I feel like I told you.
Anyways, man, a lot of clips been popping up on my Facebook as I be scrolling through. A lot of clips from God of High School. What is it? High School God of High School, whatever. A lot of clips been popping up, and it seemed like, bro, them got some dope ass fights. Like, I'm excited. I want to watch it. You have to fork over that Crunchyroll later, cause
Yeah, no, I got you. Don't worry.
I need that.
But no, I guess I said Yujiro and Doppo slid into my top 5. But my number one probably favorite fight in anime is Korra Lucifer versus Killua's dad and grandfather.
That was a dope fight.
It's so intense, and like the way that it just abruptly ends, like with those guys just being like, all right, the dude that high risk is dead, so we'll let you go. You know, like I was like, ooh shit, what was gonna happen?
I don't think I'll be able to let that slide. Like, you're not about to just start beating my ass, and just because my man's died, you think I'm about to just stop fighting you? No, you about to get these hands, fam.
So I'm about to take it another way because I don't think we consider fights outside of fighting type anime. Because one that just came to mind to me, how you said, like, you know, that shit was intense. Toradora. Remember, and I don't even remember the girl name, but remember Tyga had the crush on the class president, and the class president had the crush on the other chick, and then the other chick, like, you know, broke the class president heart. And remember Tyga, like, ran up in a room with the fucking kendo sword, like, underneath her blouse,
shit,
and
okay.
was, like, jumping off on the tables.
That was
shit
some
was
emotional.
hype,
that shit was
nigga.
so emotional.
Bro, it was intense.
Okay, yeah. See, but, like, I feel like it's different between, like, fight scenes and then just, like, pure emotion.
But
like,
it was a fight, though.
It was a fight. It was a fight, though. But it was just so much raw emotion. But okay, so on the topic of fights, of anime fights, I feel like we gotta talk about abilities and shit, like, cause like I feel like in these fights you see a lot of fucking broken ass abilities, like a lot of broken shit. So like, what do you like? And not even in anime, like you see it in like Marvel, DC, fucking like you see it, like what do you think the most broken ability is? Like just straight up, just breaks everything. You're like, all right, this isn't even fucking fair.
I feel like my knowledge in comic books extends a little bit further than my knowledge of anime, but only by a little bit. Dr. Manhattan, bro. Like, I'm saying Dr. Manhattan because that's
just as a person, he's just
person.
broken. He's
like,
just fucking broke.
As a person himself,
Right.
Like
That man's therapy.
he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
It's so true.
But it's DC. Yeah. Dr. Manhattan's DC. But both Marvel and DC both have characters like that. Like, I think in Marvel there's a guy named I'm thinking of fucking My Hero now. I'm about to say One for All.
He ain't graduated.
The one above all. The one above all.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys ever heard of him or it. it's an entity. It can do whatever.
We talking about Escanor?
No, we're not talking about Escanor. It's an entity that can do whatever the fuck it wants. And which brings me up to Franklin Richards. Franklin Richards. Do you guys know who Franklin Richards is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I do.
Franklin Richards.
Mr.
If
Fantastic,
you guys do
yeah.
not know,
Then I definitely know who he is.
Franklin Richards is Mr. Fantastic's son and Miss Fantastic.
Is she?
How the hell does a person that can stretch really far and another chick that can go invisible create a son that is above an Omega level mutant? How?
You gotta ask the writers.
I mean, you gotta think too. You know, Mr. Fantastic was like a fucking genius.
What that got to do? He was a genius before he had powers.
He was putting stem cells in the pussy. That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing, bro.
Wow.
That's the only way. That's the only way. But, bro, there's so many fucking broken abilities. Are you kidding me? Just all right. If to bounce back to anime, like, come on, like, literally. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Itachi's Tosca Blade. Doesn't that shit literally just like rips your soul out, doesn't it? It's like you don't have a soul anymore. Like, all right, it's over. Like, what the fuck? What is that?
Isn't Akame from Akame Got Killed? Isn't her sword something like that?
Yeah,
Very similar
yeah,
to
it's
that?
actually really similar. Or like fucking Baby. GT's not canon, but Baby, like, bro, if you got a cut on your body, he can just take you over. Which I don't know why he never took over Goku, but.
Bro, see, I think about Accelerator from Index. Certain magical index or a certain scientific railgun. Because he has the ability to control, like, any vector around him. And we've seen that, like, he can't take damage, bro. The only way he could take damage was from a character whose literal ability was to negate other people's abilities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, like, whenever people have, like, who could beat Goku debate, I always bring them up. Because I'm like, Goku can fire off as many fucking God-level Kamehameha spirit bombs, whatever he want. He literally would not be able to touch him if he doesn't want to be touched. That's kind of how his power works.
It's funny to think about that though. But like, dude, there's hella broken abilities. I mean, like,
Bro, Tatsuya, I believe is his name from what is it? My Irregular Life at Magic High or some shit.
bro, I need to finish that.
Bro, I saw. Okay, spoilers. I'm sorry, Brandon.
Damn.
I saw dude.
Damn.
Dude got murked. Dude literally died. He literally died and rebooted himself.
Wow.
I mean, we talking about OP powers broken. What about my life as I was reincarnated as a slime?
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Rimuru, that nigga is.
Like, he's
can't
broken. How do you have a slime?
Okay, hold on. Before we can talk about that, we gotta talk about his OG predecessor then, Overlord.
Oh shit.
Cause Ainz is the definition of
He
broken.
is. That nigga's broken as shit. Wait, special. I feel like I gotta make a special mention. I always mention like the lamer anime, but fucking Boo, he turning niggas into candy. Candy.
I don't think that's broken. That's just
Boo got his ass beat by a piece of candy.
That's broken.
Yeah, it wasn't.
That was
It was
crazy.
an
That,
ordinary piece
that
of
was
candy.
not an ordinary piece
That
of
was
candy.
one of them Ed and Eddie jawbreakers.
I'm just saying that power is. If you could just turn your, I mean, like shit, I could just turn you into a graham cracker, nigga. Square up. Fuck are you gonna do?
Nigga, square up, nigga. I'll put you on the s'more right now.
Right? Like nigga, what? Campfire. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
I mean, the full counter's broken. I wish I had that shit when I was a kid and my mom was coming to beat my ass. Full counter.
Hell no, then she gonna hit you with the Escanor like. Who said that? Who decided?
But see, I mean, isn't Bond technically? I mean, the motherfucker's immortal.
See, okay, so the thing
But
about
he's not
immortality,
he's not fully broken as you think he is though. Like
yeah, the thing about immortality too is that shit could be as much of a curse as it is a gift. Like you could just be an immortal and just be fucking like getting your ass beat your entire life, chained up and can't die.
Yeah.
right, and or like plus it's like how do you have the ability to take people's powers, but there's like a limit on it. Like, yeah, I can only make myself a little bit stronger than you so I can beat your ass.
I mean, because that's all you need.
That's
I mean, if
fuck.
you could fight the strongest motherfucker in the world, if you can make yourself just a little bit stronger than them,
You gonna end up like that motherfucker.
You the next strongest motherfucker in the world now.
You gonna end up like that motherfucker in Dragon Ball that tried to absorb all the
But
Goku energy and exploded.
But isn't that why it doesn't work on Meliodas? Because Meliodas is just like, all right, I'll show you just like a tidbit, and then like he's like, fuck, I'm maxed out now, and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna go beyond that. Isn't that how that works? I don't know.
You think All Might could beat Meliodas then? Because All Might going beyond that. He going plus ultra.
Hey, I don't know. That nigga All Might, I don't know if anybody can stop plus ultra, nigga.
Oh man, I didn't think Krillin could stop plus ultra.
Hey, I don't know, bro. That
Bro,
nigga All Might be digging deep, nigga. He be like, Delaware.
Bro, we talked about favorite anime fights and like shit. I feel like My Hero got a bunch of dope ass fights, bunch of dope ass moments, bunch of just a lot of the new anime just got like some really clean, memorable moments that you just know.
Yeah.
In the future from now, like these are gonna be on the people's. They probably already in the people's YouTube shit of like top 10 anime fights of all time.
Deku versus Bakugo, man.
Yeah, I was literally gonna say that one.
Yeah, that shit was
Deku
lit.
versus Bakugo, man.
But was it better than Naruto versus Sasuke?
Which
But
one?
technically, we can't even compare it yet because they haven't even had their. This was technically Deku and Bakugo's like. What was this like? They first meeting in the Final Valley.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So it's like they got two more fights.
You know,
Got two more fights.
you think they gonna fight again, man? They kind of got a mutual respect for each other now.
Yeah,
like,
but
they ain't friends, but they ain't quite as beefed out as they were.
Yeah, but I feel like at the end of the day, it's gonna come back to the overarching like, I still want to be the number one hero, and it's like I got to get through you to do that.
I feel like it's gonna get to a point if they do the whole three, you know, the 3 and out type of shit. Bakugo gonna win the second fight too, but that time he gonna be more on some like nigga, I've beaten you twice already, like type of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the third time Deku's gonna be like, all right, bro.
They can't have Deku take two. They can't have him take 2 L's, bro. Not 2.
Why? He been taking L's his whole life.
This nigga still be taking L's.
How many fights has Deku really won?
None of them, bro.
I mean, he won the fight against Overall. He won the fight against
Overall. He definitely be winning his fights.
This nigga lost to a nigga named Gentoo Criminal. Like, no, bro.
He didn't lose.
Hey, but Gentoo,
that nigga lost.
Technically, he lost to what's her name? What was baby girl?
Oh yeah, didn't she like amp his ass up?
What was her name?
Who?
Old girl with the mask, Gentle Criminal sidekick.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Lestrava or something shit like that.
I don't know. Somebody's gotta Google it. This is why we need an intern.
Exactly.
Right.
Come on down. Hey, come on down to the boil station, man. We got hard boiled, soft boiled, scrambled. We got omelets. We got
Poached.
fried over. Hell yeah, Benedict. Look, nigga, I got frittata.
Hollandaise. It's not really an egg, but it's made from eggs.
It's on the sauce. We got mayonnaise.
It's on the sauce.
It is the sauce.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
Hey, listen.
But no, okay, so speaking of broken abilities, the fucking Avatar state is pretty fucking broken. I mean, depending on who you are. If you're Aang, it's pretty broken. If you're Korra, you're weak as fuck in the Avatar state.
No, she's not weak as fuck.
Bro,
It's just unfortunate that it's unfortunate what happened because it's. I think it's mainly not necessarily abilities because every time we see the Avatar go into the Avatar state, their abilities are greatly boosted. They're able to accomplish feats that they normally couldn't accomplish. So it's like you have heightened strength, heightened abilities, maybe heightened awareness, heightened spiritual awareness, or whatever. It was mostly the experience, bro, that came with being able to tap into your past lives that Korra fucking lost.
Korra didn't lose that shit.
Yeah, that's what that is. She's not weak in the Avatar state. What I think is interesting is like, it's so many different types of specialized bending. Just
Right.
like, you know how there's like combustion bending, there's lava bending, there's metal bending, you know, blood bending, all types of shit. Can you, like, when you go into the Avatar state, can you just do anything? Because Aang, I don't think Aang is capable of blood bending just off GP.
Yeah,
He hasn't learned how to blood bend, but we have seen when he was being blood bended, he went into the Avatar state and was able to reverse it.
Nah, that nigga was just like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, but that's,
he's
Flex-
straight
I
up.
don't. But do you
Flex
think
none of that shit.
You think the Avatar stage just automatically canceled that shit? You don't think it had to actually do with his bending abilities?
No, I don't think it. I don't know if it was necessarily his bending abilities. I just think he just became so powerful at that moment that it wasn't affecting him anymore. So I don't know if it had anything to do with his bending or not. To be honest, I mean that's a question that we'll never have the answer to be honest.
So I think that'll make a case though, because if you're talking about broken abilities in the Avatar state, if you can only use what you've learned, like I can't just pop into the Avatar state and all of a sudden I can fly like Zahir. I have to have learned that shit and be able to do that shit already.
That's not necessarily true.
Okay, but if you can't,
it was the first few episodes of The Last Airbender when Aang let himself be captured by Zuko in the North Pole, right? Remember when he fell into the water, he went into the Avatar state? He started waterbending. He hadn't learned how to waterbend yet. But he was unconsciously waterbending because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Right. But he was waterbending. Because even Katara said, that was the most powerful waterbending I've ever seen. And he was just like, I don't know what you're talking about, girl. What? So I don't think you necessarily have to learn. You got to think what the Avatar state is. It basically you're tapping into the power of the previous avatars. So whatever knowledge they know, you essentially know at that point, whether you do it or not. I guess.
Well, no, because the Avatar state is more so resonating with what was the old girl name? Rava.
Yeah. The Avatar Spirit.
The Avatar Spirit, yeah, because it was like the Avatar state came to be when Wan touched the portal after fusing with Rava, and then he went into the Avatar state and shit. Like, after Korra separated the link to her past lives, she was still able to go into the Avatar state once she recovered Rava.
Right.
So it's not that you would get the experience from your past lives. I mean, maybe that's part of it if you have past lives. Maybe Korra just fucked that up. And
she fucked that up.
Now everybody has to relearn and shit.
Yeah, pretty much. She fucked that up. But, like, to be fair, that nigga Aang did get, like, shitted on with a lightning bolt when he was in the Avatar state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lost that shit.
Like,
he didn't lose it. He lost the ability to tap into it, but he didn't, like, sever it.
It's like, it was like gone. It was like a mental block.
Yeah, his chakras was blocked. The chakras was definitely blocked.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think we deviated from the original question.
Well, what's the question?
The original question
I never posed the original question. I was just kind of going into how the Avatar state is kind of a broken ability. But I will ask you guys, since we brought it up, who do you think was the better Avatar between Aang and Korra?
Kentucky Kitchen Crew.
This nigga's just call me KC, bro. This nigga's wild.
Just call me KC, bro.
This nigga saying my full government and shit.
You said the full government.
All right,
what I was supposed to call you, Kitchen Crew?
KC, nigga.
It's in the crew.
It's in the crew. Listen, bro. I think you can go at that question a couple different ways because it all defines. Like, it depends on how you define, like, a better avatar. Like, what do you think is better? Do you mean stronger? Do you mean kinder? Do you mean more in tune with the spirit realm? Like, accomplish the most feats, save the most people? Like, well, what's the metric that you're basing it off of? Because I think Aang makes us... Like, I feel like Aang's a better avatar in that he was more suited. Like, he had a more amiable personality for the role.
Right, okay.
Whereas when Korra first started out, I mean, even though Aang was on some, like, hiding shit, he caused, well, he wasn't caused, but that nigga prolonged the war indirectly due to his own actions. But Korra, when she started out, bro, she was just so arrogant to, like, not even listen to motherfuckers, to just try and eventually she came around after learning some hard lessons, but it's like, at what cost? You know what I mean?
At what fucking cost?
I don't know, man. I think people shit on Korra for a number of reasons. Like y'all said, y'all brought up some good points. Like y'all said, she got the Avatar link of her past lives severed. She got her ass beat a lot in the series, but you also got to look at the people she was fighting, man. Like, I can't say with confidence that young Aang, not adult Aang, you know, that we might have seen little flashbacks here and there of, but a lot of those people, I just don't see young Aang being able to keep up with. I just don't. Like, yeah, he was able to beat the Fire Lord, but who was the Fire Lord? He was really, now, hear me out. The Fire Lord was literally just a powerful firebender. A powerful firebender. He didn't really have no special hacks, nothing. He was just a really strong firebender.
I'm about to fry this man.
I mean,
bro.
the comet was the special hack, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah,
he was just like
No,
powerful,
that
but
wasn't
the comet
his.
was like.
Look at
That
this.
wasn't his-
Time out. So consider this. We seen what Uncle Iroh is capable of. Is Uncle Iroh a powerful firebender?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Is that nigga strong?
Yeah.
You think he's exceptionally strong?
He's as strong as Ozai, yeah.
Could he
As
beat?
strong
Could he
as
beat
Ozai.
Endeavor though? No, I'm just playing.
Bro, Ozai is the Fire Lord, but he was said to be the strongest firebender at that time, even more powerful than Ozai or Iroh, bro.
Yeah, right.
Plus the comment on top of that, magnifying the nigga's strength. That
Right.
nigga was strong as fuck. Like, you're really downplaying his strength.
I'm not
He was a
downplaying
powerful
his
fire. He was a powerful firebender in his own right, without the fucking comment that could have took Aang. Regardless, nigga, the Avatar state would have been the only thing that could have stopped him, and it ended up being the only thing that could stop him.
But what I'm saying though is that comet only comes around every hundreds of years or so. So he was just so happened to be the firebender at the time that was able
But
to...
I'm saying even without that,
Without that, yeah, he's a powerful firebender, but
bro, consider
this.
Consider this.
I mean,
bro.
I think what I think.
Time out.
I think
Let me
what
finish
Chief.
my point. And consider this. Because I already know how niggas feel like Zahir. I think the reason people feel like Korra's villains were so much stronger, in which case, I'm not even going to knock it out like niggas were strong as fuck. Kuvira, very powerful earthbender. Like, you can't knock some of the feats. Like, Unalaq, like, that shit was crazy. You can't knock some of the shit that she had to go through. And Aang didn't really have to go through stuff of similar nature. Like, his threats weren't as spiritual, as, you know what I mean, big and world threatening. Really, like, if the Fire Nation conquered the Earth, like, it would just be Fire Nation. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be destroy fucking Earth.
Right.
Type of shit. So Korra dealt with bigger threats, but were the villains that much greater? Zahir put fear into her, and people translated that into strength. Bro, Ozai would have waxed any fucking firebender. Would have waxed them niggas, bro. Tenzin was giving Zahir, he was giving all four of them niggas the business. Actually, the only reason he lost was because old girl had the high ground and was shooting them from up top on some Call of Duty shit. Tenzin was giving Zahir the work, bro. And Zahir got fucking special. That ain't nobody seen a flying airbender in 1,000 years. And that nigga Tenzin was like, okay, congrats, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? What you talking about?
On justice, man.
Give Ozai his credit, bro. That nigga a fuckboy and a bitch, and we don't fuck with that nigga. But come on, bro. Niggas can't fry him like that.
I think what Chief was trying to say is, if he didn't have the comment, like, Aang probably would have just.
He would have waxed them.
He would have just washed
Aang
him.
would have waxed them,
Aang
bro.
would have just washed him.
No,
Aang would have washed his ass.
And
Bro, you saw how Aang basically washed his ass when he went into the Avatar state. And this was Sozin on crack, on steroids.
on steroids.
But I'm
Aang went
saying-
into Aang, opened his Avatar state up, he got the shit back, and just started waxing Ozai. That comic shit, fuck all that. That don't mean shit. I'm waxing that ass. So imagine if Ozai didn't have that comic. Yes, he would have still been a powerful firebender, but Aang would have beat that ass.
It probably definitely would have been.
beat that
It would have
I
been
need
worse.
to. I need to see it, bro.
Aang would have beat that ass.
What do you mean you need to see it, nigga? How they gonna do? How?
Aang would have beat that ass.
Animate it yourselves and then show me.
And
And I'll let y'all know if it makes sense or not.
I'm just saying, bro. Yes, Ozai was a powerful motherfucker. He was a badass. But I just don't think outside of that comic shit, I just don't see regular everyday Ozai, the nigga who he is 365 days a year, except for this 1 12-minute period where you got a comic juicing his ass up, is taking on what was not Tarlock, Amon. This nigga could literally take your bending away,
Literally.
and he had the hands.
Bro, you don't think Ozai could have fought that nigga?
He had the
Hey, that would have been a
hands,
good.
bro.
That would have been a good little fight, though.
He had the hands,
Disrespectful.
bro.
Hey, all I said is it would have been a good little fight. It
He
would have been a good little
had
fight.
the hands, bro.
All right, bro. Look, okay, cause y'all, I'm gonna get pissed off.
Why you mad, man?
No, I'm not. But no, look. So, what other? I mean, come on. I said my answer. Really, I think too though that Korra just really, honestly, she got greater feats. Like of
She
course,
does. Korra does have greater feats.
Yeah, like sure, you know, Aang stopped the war. Okay, he founded Republic City. He did a lot of good shit. Korra fucking literally opened the third spirit portal out of nothing. Reestablished the link between the human and spirit worlds. Okay, that's already greater than anything Aang has done. That's already greater than anything any of the past 10,000 fucking avatars have done, bro.
Excuse me.
See, but like, there's a difference between like, you know, like if you were if you were to relate this to basketball, like Korra took like 50 bad shots, you know, but the couple that she hit just so happened to win the game. You know, like Aang was like a good player throughout the whole game, and got the solid victory. Like, you know, Korra was like
solid team.
Korra was like, nah, fuck that, Kobe. Like, and she just kept shooting and kept missing, and was like, okay,
One of these shots gonna make it.
yeah.
Well, she had to go on her own journey, similar to how Aang did, and her shit was just kind of in the middle of what.
Well, yeah, we not gonna forget this nigga Aang was on some simp shit. Like, this nigga definitely lose some points. This nigga, like, did we forget that this nigga was like, I thought, you know, after we kissed, like, it was gonna be me and you. I like you so much, girl.
Well,
damn.
was he on some simp shit, or was Katara just, you know, was Katara a little mildly toxic?
I mean, bro, they told him.
Aang was being real, bro.
Look,
that nigga bared his feelings.
All I'm saying is Zuko and like they were supposed to have like a little fling, like a little love thing, but she was like, all right, this nigga Aang gonna start crying. She was like, all right, I'll just leave it alone. I'll just dead it. Fuck it. But Zuko was ready to ride. He was like, yo, they killed your mom. Like, we about to go find these niggas. Like,
So did
he was trying to get some pussy.
did Sokka and Toph have a thing? I feel like that was like a question.
I mean, they say it's rumored that that's like one of the kids is, you know, theirs.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Who knows, bro?
I think I'm
It's kind of
just
fucked up. You fucking a blind.
Aang
girl,
is a better avatar.
What?
It's
I'm just talking shit.
Aang is a better avatar. I think Aang overall is a better avatar. He's a better person. He's better suited for the job. And I'm not just saying that because it's nostalgic and I love fucking Last Airbender. I just think Aang was just an overall a better candidate for being the avatar. Korra had way better feats, just crazier feats, but just overall Aang was a better avatar.
No.
I agree. I think Aang was a better avatar than Korra, but I fuck with Korra. But Aang was better.
Fuck with Korra a long way. Now, if Aang and Korra was to fight, Korra getting off in that ass.
We talking about adult Aang or young Aang?
Yeah, which Aang we talking about?
Either.
Man.
Yeah, Korra might fuck him
Hot
up.
take.
I don't know.
Do they? Can they?
Ain't
No Avatar state. Just the hands. Korra gonna fuck him up.
Yeah,
Korra,
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Korra gonna get that nigga.
I agree.
Korra
with
gonna
that.
piece that nigga up. Aang gonna be
I
like,
agree.
it's not fair.
I agree. Korra is definitely the more aggressive avatar than Aang.
Hey, but look, though, on some Hector Doyle shit, because I want to go back to what you said. If you got no hearing, no sight, you lose any of your senses, you heighten the rest.
Mm-hmm.
So if you blind, then sex is probably better.
You're just really just all the
Yeah.
sensations, huh?
Yeah.
I don't.
Where did that come from?
Oh, because Brandon was like, you know, what, it's weird to fuck a blind person.
Why'd
I'm
you
like,
say
why?
Chief, why'd you like say it like that? Like, are you okay? Like,
Where
did it come from?
He's like,
where did it
He's
come
like, is
from?
this something you've been talking to your
Like,
therapist
Is there
about?
something you need to like get off your chest?
I'm here, man.
It's that
You wanna
cre-
talk, I'm here.
it's that creepy-
'Cause
that
I was
creepy
just,
shit.
I was just wondering, bro. Like that came out of left field. We were talking about Avatar and shit, and it was like to fuck a blind person. I mean,
I don't know.
Yo,
I know.
it's funny how I just be reverting shit back to fucking cartoons and anime. But like, speaking of creeps, bro, like this nigga Deathstroke is a creep, bro.
Y'all not about to come for my mans. Y'all know I cosplayed as Deathstroke a couple years back. Y'all not about to come for my mans.
Checks out. You a creep.
Nah, y'all not about to come for my mans. What y'all got to say?
All I'm saying is this nigga Slade has problems, bro.
What problems he got?
This nigga, what do you mean? This nigga basically shadowed a group of teenagers for like how long? And
Yeah,
then- how long?
Teenagers that could beat your ass. Teenagers that could fuck the planet up. These ain't no
Nah.
normal teenagers.
Nah, nigga.
Bro.
These ain't
How,
no
how
normal
old
teenagers.
was Robin? Like 15?
Time out, bro.
14?
Because fuck the Teen Titans, nigga. Let's talk about how him and Tara got a whole relationship. They was in a whole relationship, bro. This nigga's a grown ass man.
See, that's some new shit. That's some new shit.
Hey,
That wasn't the thing. That wasn't the thing. That wasn't the thing.
New or old? Are we
That
talking
wasn't
about
the
Slade?
thing. And I don't even think they was really in a relationship. I think Slade was definitely being a creep, manipulating her and grooming her. He was definitely grooming her. But I vividly remember a scene where Tara tried to jump on his dick and he pushed her off like, get the fuck off of me. Like, we not doing that shit.
Yeah, because I'm in the little boys. I'm in the teenage boys.
Y'all not about to come
I'm here
for
for
my
Robin.
mans. Y'all not
Like,
about to
bro,
come for my
because
mans.
let's be real. Like, where were they? Where did Teen Titans, like the animated series, didn't it take place in like Metropolis? Were they in Metropolis?
No, I don't know where the fuck.
Were they like right outside of
They
Gotham?
were
I
probably in
thought,
some random city that probably
All I'm
wasn't,
saying-
nobody was in.
it's like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, there's so much other shit to do. Like, he was purposely messing with Robin. Like, and I want to know why. Is this like, let me get back at Batman?
I was definitely going to say it was probably to get
Like-
Batman to come in and do
Yeah,
some
but
work.
here's the thing: Batman never showed up. It's been like you're like 4 years deep, and with these teenagers, and you're just like, Batman, he's gonna come. I know he is.
Batman had bigger fish to fry at the time, man. But which I find funny because Deathstroke and Batman, when they do scrap, they be going at it. Like they be going at it.
Bro, it's just weird. Like, he's literally obsessed with fucking Robin. All because, like, Robin worked with Batman.
Maybe it was like a fear thing, you know. Maybe he could see. Who was that? Dick.
That was big.
Dick. Like maybe he could just see the fear. Like, you know, like damn, like Grayson's really good. Like he's probably gonna be the next Batman. Let me try to like halt this shit now. You know. Maybe he was just trying to fuck with the psyche of like Grayson while he was young.
He definitely gave that little nigga PTSD.
Oh yeah.
He definitely gave him PTSD, man. But I don't think he a creep, bro. It's like
Bro, this nigga's literally obsessed with children.
he's not obsessed with. He
is obsessed with Robin. He's obsessed with that nigga. First of
not
all,
in a sexual manner though.
okay. The point is that he's obsessed with a child.
I mean,
yeah, y'all could twist the words.
Yeah,
and
he's
make it
obsessed
sound-
with Tara in a sexual manner.
No, it's not 100% sexual. He's grooming
Not
her.
100. This nigga said it's not 100%. Like that
He's
make it any
grooming
better.
her.
He's grooming her. See?
He's definitely grooming her for when
Okay,
she becomes an
agreed.
adult.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but y'all not just about to make Deathstroke seem like he's some type of pedophile.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a little weird that, you know, out of all the villains, I mean, superheroes and shit that. I mean, there's other organized groups. Like, you're picking, like, the low-hanging fruit. You know?
No, bro. He's specifically picking teenagers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's picking, like, the kids whose powers aren't really developed. Like, you know, like.
But they can still fuck up the planet.
Bro, but it don't have nothing to do with that. It's ever since that nigga's son Grant died, he been trying to fill the void by being obsessed with other teens that he think he can take under his wing.
Maybe that's what he's trying to do. Maybe he's trying to convert them all.
Yeah, but that's such a weird fucking way to do it.
Yeah, that shit creepy.
I mean, man, y'all not about to come for my man.
I'm just saying.
That nigga,
That's
okay, so
so-
look,
that's
this is
so-
it. I feel like if you want an apprentice, right? Like I was scouted for an apprenticeship as a contractor, right?
Right.
Here's what you do. You be like, hey, are you interested in doing this? Right?
Right.
Slade, he pop up, beat your ass, traumatize you, like show you pictures of your dead family, You know what I'm saying? Tell you about how he fucked your dog. Like, and then
He's
he's
a
like,
villain.
then he's like, you'll be mine.
He's
You know
a
what I'm saying?
villain.
And you think that's not creepy, bro?
He's a villain, man. He sees all their potential, and he wants to tap into that shit while they're young. Because he knows once they become fucking full blown adults, he ain't gonna be able to get them.
Everybody listening to this.
He's not gonna be able to get him. What's the
He ain't gonna be able to get him once they're
adults?
adults. Okay. This man sound
Y'all twisted my shit.
all right, Hisoka.
Y'all,
Right.
that's the biggest motherfucking creep you want to talk about. If you want to talk about creeps, that's the biggest motherfucking creep. Like
He's not that creepy.
Come on, man. Y'all remember that scene when he was looking at Aang and Aang. Gone and Killer was booty.
Nah, he
and
was
they sensed that shit.
Yeah.
He was definitely looking at cheeks like,
Hisoka for sure would have been looking at Aang too, like,
Go ahead,
He was like, you say the last airbender. Like,
forbidden fruit, the last of a dying breed. No one's tasted this
Yeah,
in
that's
100 years.
that's why Illumi got mad. Like when Hisoka asked him if he could kill Killua, he was like, "That's my nut. You can't have my nut."
No, so then here's an interesting thing. So we talked about in a past episode how the translations will change and shit, and then really, what he doesn't say like, "Can I kill him?" What he says is like, "Can I do him?" Right? But it can be construed either way of like, you know, can I do him as in like, you know, can I do him? I'm gonna do that nigga in, do him in, I'm gonna kill him. But what I saw that was interesting in some YouTube video I watched is like he was making a specific hand gesture, and it was like, you know, in Japan this hand gesture is like, it's a hand gesture of like butt sex or something like that. Which is weird to say. Like I don't know how much validity there is in that, but I know for a fact that he does definitely say dude.
Maybe,
So
maybe
Hisoka gets the biggest creep award.
so maybe Illumi's like, hold on, bro. Ain't nobody fucking my brother.
I'm just-
That's my nut.
I'm just saying, Hisoka's he's the real creep, but Slade is definitely watching. Like he's definitely a peeping Tom. Like he's in the window with the binoculars. He's there.
He's just trying to recruit him and get him on his side.
I mean, Batman.
So he could come up with his own little evil mastermind plan, which I always thought was weird about Teen Titans. I didn't know much about Deathstroke at the time when I was watching Teen Titans as a kid. But like the older I got and I started getting more into comic books, like that's not Deathstroke. Like the Teen Titans and Deathstroke, they have a couple run-ins with each other, but it was never that big of an obsession for him. Like Deathstroke always had his own shit going on. Like Deathstroke was never actually a villain per se. He was a mercenary.
I mean, wasn't he an assassin?
Yeah, he was an assassin and a mercenary. Whoever the fuck paid him, that's who he was working for. That's who he was getting the job done. He definitely was a father.
Man.
I mean, but he was
Creepy ass
definitely like. I mean, maybe, but like it was obviously he's not as bulky and big as he is now. Like, 'cause I feel like Slade is like big as fuck. So obviously it's him when he was like younger. So maybe he was just going through a phase, you know.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
I don't know. It's weird, but no, Batman's not off the hook either, because it's like he was just like collecting little boys. Like
y'all about
sidekicks.
y'all coming from my
I'm
favorite.
just joking.
Y'all coming from my favorite villain, and now y'all coming from my favorite.
But no,
supervillain.
I'm just joking. But why do you think though he felt that he needed Robins? Because like, you know, he had one that kind of went really bad. I mean, it didn't really go bad, but it didn't go all the way as he thought it. He didn't.
Whoa,
the first
didn't go all the way.
right. The first Robin
That's
didn't
like,
go as planned. Okay, so why do you think he continued the Robin role? Like, why do you think he feels that he needs a Robin? Like, because like who there was Dick, there was fucking
Dick, there was Jason, there was Tim Drake.
Tim is probably my favorite. He's probably the most accomplished.
And then there's Damian.
Well, not the most accomplished, but
You gotta think, man. You gotta dive into the psyche of Batman and just think about all of the shit that he had to go through as a child. Like he lost his parents. Shit, he was what, 10 years old, maybe 8 to 10 years old when his parents died and shit. So like that clearly
somebody got a letter.
that fucked him up. That fucked him up, and you know, and maybe in his mind he feels like if he can save somebody, he's going to save a kid from going through the same shit that he had to go through. Because if you think about all of I think with the exception of Tim, every Robin's parents died or was killed.
Mhm.
And Batman didn't really. I mean, although Batman was rich as fuck, and he didn't, or Bruce, I'm gonna call him Bruce because he wasn't Batman yet, but he was already rich as fuck, so he didn't really, the only person he really had to lean on was Alfred, right?
Right.
But he was also rich as fuck. These other people, the other Dick wasn't rich, Jason wasn't rich. Jason was a fucking.
I mean, Damian was born into the money. So.
Damian's that's a different breed. Damian's more.
Damien a rape baby.
Damian is definitely a rape baby. Definitely a rape baby. Like, I don't know if anybody knows the story behind Damian.
Spoiler.
But yeah, this is a spoiler. I mean, it's probably not.
It's
at this
definitely
point.
not a
It's
spoiler.
at this point. Damian is the
It's
product
spoiler for
of.
anybody that don't know.
Yeah, Damian is the product of. Batman was roofied, or what are they calling them now? Or what were they? Quaaludes. Batman was given Quaaludes.
She Bill Cosby them.
Yeah, she put
Bill Cosby.
She put a little something in his drink he drank. He was feeling himself. He passed out, and she raped him. Like that's what it is. And from that, she got what she wanted. She got a son that she was going to groom to be the next better Batman / Ra's al Ghul.
But like, it's weird for me because like you think about like Batman, like yeah, he has these Robins, but he also has like the quote unquote, as they call it, the Bat family. He has all these other kids or people that he found that he like wants to be like the next Bat people. Like he has them. So imagine how you feel like, damn, I'm a Robin. He set me over here. What was so special about them that they got to be the next Bat?
There's a difference though, because like Bruce, he needs Robins for his own sanity. That's more so to keep him from slick. Because like just how Alfred takes care of Bruce, and like I'm not saying that Bruce and Alfred are both doing this for the same reason, but I'm saying Bruce, he kind of sees Robin as his responsibility. That's why like he adopts these fucking kids. Like he makes them he makes them his ward. You know what I'm saying? Like he takes them in, and the responsibility of having to look after them and provide a future for them, and to even be the parent that, like Chief pointed out, most of them lost. It keeps them grounded. It keeps them from slipping too deep into his own, his own demons.
Right.
He definitely got some demons. Definitely got some demons he need to work out.
But you gotta think that like he's separate. Like why does?
But like the other kids, that's what I'm saying. The other kids, like Terry McGinnis, like we'll say about that. Terry McGinnis. Terry got a fucking family, bro. That nigga had a mom, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's not looking for a father figure or somebody to,
wow.
take
So
care of
you're
him
saying,
and shit. And then like Barbara Gordon, you know what I'm saying? It's like she got a fucking, you know what I'm saying? She got a family.
So you're saying Batman is just basically doing like his own like he's finding like these people who come from like strong homes, like both parents, like just a little bit of trauma, making them like the Batman, and then like the struggle kids are like the Robins. So it's like, all right, so when I'm out of the picture, you can just go to this next stable person.
If you all know the stories though, outside of the Robins, none of those people, Batgirl, Batwoman, Batman didn't take in technically.
Yeah,
Batman
true,
never took them in. He never sought them out and found them. They were kind of self-proclaimed. I'm gonna join Batman.
It's true.
They were
That is
self-proclaimed.
like
They were like, I'm about to do this shit because Batman do it. If he can do it, I'm gonna do it type shit. And so as they did it and they weren't bad at the job, Batman's like, okay, I'll let you slide in every now and again to help me out whenever I need you. But he never actually took them in. The only people he took in were the Robins.
But he gave him a name though. He was like, all right, this is the Bat family though. Don't get it twisted.
Right. I honestly think that's some fan shit. I don't think he called it.
In Terry's case, that nigga was just old though. That nigga was like,
Yeah.
I ain't about to get that nigga
Yeah,
up the
exactly.
burner on them niggas. He's like, y'all ain't about to whoop my ass.
Nigga,
I
what?
kill one of y'all niggas.
But then
Bro, he got
Terry
that-
a clone of him though?
What?
What was he?
I feel like I
What
read
the
something
fuck?
about that. I feel like I read
Yo,
something about that.
conspiracy.
This is why we need an intern.
Where's
I felt
the
like I read
intern?
something about Terry McGinnis was a clone of Bruce Wayne. I could be
Alright,
wrong.
hold
I could be
on,
wrong.
bro.
I could be wrong, but I feel like I read that somewhere. It could have been a fan made article or some shit.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate the design of Terry McGinnis's bat suit.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, it's dope.
It is
bro.
nice.
It's dope. I miss the cape. I like the cape thing. It gives him that whole Spawn appeal when he's like hanging. When he's
Spawn appeal.
When he's brooding off the top of a gargoyle or some shit. It gives him that Spawn feel. But no, Terry McGinnis' suit, Batman Beyond. His suit's definitely dope. His suit is definitely dope. High tech as fuck.
I mean, like,
I feel like if anybody just tossed the EMP at that motherfucker, he's fucked. He can't do shit.
But like, I'm sure they have like some that's like probably EMP proof, some shit that they got everything on that fucking belt. I'm sure they thought of every scenario.
Check this shit out. So apparently, in an episode of Justice League Unlimited titled Epilogue, Amanda Waller, apparently decided once upon a time Batman was the ultimate hero, and his legacy would need to keep going after Bruce retired, gave the shit up. And she, obtained some of that nigga DNA and injected it into Terry McGinnis. And the short story is that, it rewrote his DNA and basically passed his genes onto Terry, you know what I mean?
Right, no, that's some fucking crazy shit to do though. Like,
so he's not a clone per se.
Well, I guess it depends on what set of fans you argue with, because some people will say he's a clone of Bruce, and then some people will say that's just his biological son.
It's weird.
It's definitely a clone.
I'm
leaning more towards.
Well, are you really a clone if you're like?
No, and see that's the thing. He's
like
not a
if
clone.
I'm me right now. I have my dad and my mom's genes, but then if fucking Chief cooks up some shit in the lab and it's like, yeah, I'm about to inject you with LeBron genes and shoot me up. Am I gonna be my LeBron son now? Because I want that money.
Yeah, right. Like just over time, you get all your parents' genes are just gone. You're just LeBron's full blown kid now.
But that was set up for some wild shit now, because then it's like you know how many people would just be scamming motherfuckers like, I'm your long lost son. I can prove it, nigga. Let's take a DNA test.
I got the gene surgery.
Now I'm entitled to 18 years of back child support you never paid. That'll amount to about 17 trillion.
Yeah, but
Give me my bread.
I'm assuming they're just 5 weeks of injections that are super painful. So you got to go through some crazy shit to get to get the genes right.
To match.
Is it like Botox?
I feel like they'd be taking out some bones.
So is it just genes, or do you get is it a possibility that I could also be really great at basketball?
I feel like
that's
that's something that you would have to develop. I don't think you will automatically be great at basketball.
That's an interesting concept, because we were having a conversation about what if you could transfer memories from one person to another.
Oh,
right.
I thought of a dope story, but go ahead.
Yeah. What if you could just there's a device. Say how you airdrop shit to people. What if there was just a device or some shit, and you can just oh man, this crazy story happened last night. They're like, what happened? It was like, oh, it's too long to tell. Let me just boop, and it's you see it,
mentally. Dude, what if you could do that, but with dreams?
I mean, yeah, our dreams just memories, basically.
That'd be fun. I'd see.
Bro, what if you could just...
You could just be, conscious in the dream and be like, yo, I'm about to send this over to you. Because, say you're just, awake and I'm sleeping. And you're just oh, shit. Brandon sent me, a little dream memory. And it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
And now you in the dream?
Yeah. What if you're just, live streaming?
I'm just do you see this shit? Why would you pull me into this?
See, that would require, lucid dreaming, though, because you have to be aware of it. I think it'd be dope if you could just record your fucking dreams and play them back.
That would be dope. That'd be some sick shit too. People be dreaming about some sick.
Because I was talking to a friend recently, and I was saying about how I can't really remember the last time that I've dreamt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying you always dream, you just don't always remember it. It depends on the sleep cycle that you wake up during or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I had some crazy dreams in my life. I had some dreams I was a ninja. I had some dreams.
This boy thought he was Naruto.
Not that type of a real.
Bro, I have one dream that's it was weird because it was a recurring dream for a while, but I don't have it anymore. It was I literally would try to catch Moby Dick. I would be out at sea. It would be mid-storm, boat fucking going crazy off the waves, and it'd be me, my two friends and like my brother like would always be there,
That was us, the two friends.
and like I would just try to catch them, like, and we would always fail, like we'd always just end up getting eaten. And like I literally had this, I'm not kidding, I had this dream from like 16 to like 20. Like, and I just stopped having it. I just stopped having the dream.
What was going on, bro? You was chasing Moby
It
Dick?
was just like somebody kept hitting like the reload from last checkpoint, like, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get him this time. Like,
This man was going through a toxic relationship.
Definitely. I had a dream, man. I had one dream. I'm gonna get this out real quick. I had one dream, bro. I was like getting chased through this house, and it's like I'm like getting chased by like 20 motherfuckers. Like I'm just grabbing whatever the fuck I can grab. I'm grabbing knives. I'm grabbing chairs and shit, and I'm just throwing shit left and right. And then I come into a room, and it's like a fucking shit ton of guns in this room. And you know he gonna say I'm a part of a gun cult, but look, man, this is a dream. So, anyways, I'm picking up all of these guns and I'm fucking these dudes up. And bro, it was like some straight up fucking Call of Duty shit. Like I was the nigga in Call of Duty in my own motherfucking dream.
Hey, bro, top me off there, Brandon.
don't say it like that, bro. This is like audio. They don't know what you mean by that.
I said it like that on purpose.
He's
bro.
like, oh, they know what they're doing in the.
Top me off.
In the boil station, they over there boiling up some shit.
What?
Damn, bro.
Look, over here at the boil station, you know, we don't support that fragile masculinity shit, okay?
So,
Speaking, hold on. Time out though, cause like speaking of dreams though, I'm sorry if I cut you off.
No, I was done. I was on some Call of
No,
Duty
I was
shit.
talking to Brandon. I don't give a fuck
yeah,
about
no.
you.
Damn.
Sorry. Okay,
You know,
right.
he just poured me up some tea, so it's like I
You
feel
gotta
like an
be nice
asshole
to
cutting them off. But no, because we were talking about dreams, right? And like I remember you were talking about like a dream of like running through a house and shit. And I used to have this dream, it was like House of the Living Dead, like you know, like the video game and shit. I'd just be like running through that bitch, just.
Was it first person?
Hell yeah, it was first person, baby. My dreams was always first person. Usually.
I think I usually dream in third person. Like I'm always watching myself do some shit.
I've
Like
had
a-
dreams
like a movie.
that. I've had dreams.
You
I've
like
had dreams in
floating
first
above
person
your body?
and third person.
Not even floating above my body. Like I'm viewing it like a movie. Like it's like
On some Gears of War shit.
like a screen. Like I'm watching it. Like I'm watching it happen. Like
So you're
I
like
can-
basically he's like sitting in the fucking movie theater eating popcorn.
But like
and
there's
shit.
no.
Damn, I'm getting my ass kicked.
Right.
But like there is no that though. I'm not like consciously. I can't see myself. I'm not like, oh, I'm sitting there chilling. Like I'm just watching the dream. Like the dream's just happening, and I'm like watching it play out, and I could like see myself in the dream and like what the fuck is going on. But I can't ever like except the Moby Dick dreams. The Moby Dick dreams were like first person, like on the ship, telling niggas what to do. Like
See,
we
bro,
gotta
this
catch
is-
this fucking whale.
This is deep, bro. Like we gotta find out what his Moby Dick was.
I don't remember. I was like
man,
16
he
with
said
my
from
first
16
one.
to 20.
I swear to God.
He was going through adolescence, and like for real, he was becoming a man, and something in his life.
Moby Dick is. I don't know. You was
Never
probably trying to chase that back.
Never caught him, bro. Never caught him.
I brought up the House of the Living Dead dream though because I had a question for y'all. What were some of y'all favorite games growing up?
Ooh, shit.
Because I remember I used to go to the arcade, bro. Like that fucking Time Crisis 2.
Yo, Time Crisis
I
was
had
fun.
Time Crisis 2 on PlayStation.
Well, I meant Time Crisis 2.
Were you like one of the like rich
Oh,
kids that had like the guns?
Yeah, I had the
Ah,
guns. I
damn,
had
you're
the-
I
so
hate
cool.
this nigga,
I
right?
had the guns.
You're just at school like, Chief, can I come over? Like,
I remember, man. My dad.
Right, back when he was Little Chief.
I was little chief. Yeah, my dad and my mom went out. They were out shopping and shit at the mall. And so like my dad they come back and my dad walks into my room. I didn't even ask him for this shit. He walks into my room. My homeboy has been staying the night and shit. And he gives me Time Crisis, the game for PlayStation 2, and then hands over like the 2 boxes with the guns. And I'm just like, this is fucking dope. I ain't never asked for this shit. But then I realized my dad only bought that shit because he wanted to fucking play it.
Right.
So it just so happened that me and my homeboy took the shit over and we played all fucking night. Like we beat that game like 10 times.
This nigga. No, but it's like, so my dad took me on this job with him one time, and like the owner of the house we were working at, he's like playing his PlayStation. He's playing Tekken 3 in the living room, and that shit just looked so fucking cold to me. I remember telling my dad like on the ride home, like I wanted that shit. I wanted to play it, and he never said anything about it. Like I didn't really get a whole bunch of gifts and shit growing up. You know what I mean? Or the gifts that I get would be like bullshit, like clothes. You know, like
Socks.
Yeah, socks. Saying I got some thong. I remember my dad, his
Your dad
ex-wife. No,
Your
his
dad
ex
got you some thongs.
definitely
bro?
got me some thongs. It was around that time Thong Song came out, so maybe like middle school. But it was okay, you know. No, nigga, fuck out of here. No, his ex-wife. She got me like these type of like strap thong sandal type things one year for, I don't know if it was Christmas or my birthday or what, and it was like yellow or some shit. I never wore the bitches.
She was trying to teach you something. Women love niggas that got their feet out.
Alright.
Yeah,
Shit.
you gotta go when you go to the beach, man. You gotta have your toes out.
Look, bro. Anyway, one day he just popped up. Well, I don't even know. It wasn't even on like a holiday or nothing. It was just like a random ass day. This nigga just popped up with a PlayStation with Tekken 3. So, you know,
Hey.
Geek.
yeah.
So I have a lot of games that I liked to play when I was growing up, like a lot. Like Psychonauts, PlayStation 2 was like probably like one of my all-time favorite fucking games. Fucking Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3.
Mhm.
Played the shit out of those games.
Bro, hold on, time out. I'm sorry. Because, like, I've wanted to talk about this for such a long time. Can we talk about Snake Eater? Can we just talk about that theme? Can we talk about how Cynthia Harrow just hopped on a track and fucking murdered?
Shut
murder.
that shit.
Oh
the
my
fuck
god,
down.
bro. That shit's enough to make you cry.
What a 3 years. Alright, we're not gonna start. We're not gonna start. But
Okay, alright.
but it's good though. Like bro, like I fucking oh my god.
I had a lot of games growing up as a kid that I enjoyed.
Sly
a lot.
Cooper.
Probably my biggest, my favorite game that I just constantly, even to this day, I constantly go back and play every now and again. And it was probably my favorite game growing up as a kid. Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda. Like I can still play that game to this day. Of course, I played on the 3DS because I ain't got no Nintendo 64, but that was my game. Man.
No. I would have to say Tekken 3 was probably my favorite game. But if we're talking about like my favorite like game franchise or favorite series, because like I was really big into Tomb Raider. My dad got me Tomb Raider 2, you know, when he got that PlayStation. And like I had Tomb Raider. I never actually got Tomb Raider 2, you know, but like I had the demo. I played the fuck out of the demo.
To play the fuck out of
You know what I'm
it,
saying?
bro.
Tomb Raider 3, The Last Revelations, Chronicles, shit, bro. Legend, fucking Anniversary. What was the other one? The nasty one, the trife one. Angel of Darkness or some shit.
Whatever, I don't remember.
Whatever it was. Y'all know what it was. Bro, I done played a lot of the Tomb Raiders. I have, like, I played the reboot. I have, what was the second one?
Rise of the Tomb Raider?
Rise of the Tomb Raider? Okay, I have that. Like, I have it. I literally got it, like a hard copy. Just haven't played it yet. And then, like, this other one that I believe came out and I haven't played yet. But, like, I've loved Tomb Raider my entire life, bro.
Yeah.
What are some of y'all favorite games now? I think anybody that knows, you know, the Kansas City Kitchen Crew, if you've ever met me, if you ever stopped by the Boyle Station and grab a bite to eat, you probably fucking know that I'm really into Dark Souls. Big into Dark Souls.
The Dark Souls is the shit.
Bigly into that shit.
Bigly. We making words up now.
I mean, that's what y'all president said.
Well, my favorite type, like I mean, Telltale went under, like the company as a whole, but like those were probably like my favorite games, just like those story, decision-based
But,
games.
which one specifically? Because you know they had a lot.
I know they had a lot, but like obviously, The Walking Dead was like probably like their favorite, most famous one because Clementine. But I really enjoyed playing like The Wolf Among Us, and like I just wanted more, man. I wanted fucking more because I didn't really like the Game of Thrones one. It was all right, but you know, but those were probably like my favorite of the like newer generational games I like to really play it. I mean, obviously, like the Batmans and shit too. You know, the Arkham series.
Oh, yeah.
Mine is shit. I'm really a big fan of the God of War series. Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. Like, Final Fantasy will forever be one of my favorite franchises. Like,
Sephiroth.
it's my favorite villain. My favorite villain.
Hey, but no. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, I've told the boils, but like, you know, I finally figured out what I wanted my next few tattoos to be. I think I told you guys I wanted to get it like, you know, on my arm and shit. But I'm thinking, cause like I be wearing V-necks and shit. Obviously, I be having my little chest out. You know what I'm saying? I'm light skinned. Look, I don't want to waste the canvas, right? Cause so far all I have is black. But you know, I'm thinking I might get that shit. Cause I was saying the key ring with like the 6 keys, I just feel like that shit'd be too big to fit here, or have to be too small and too intricate for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It would be too small to be dope for real.
Yeah.
So yeah, you feel like if you put it,
So I'm thinking if I get it like right here, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, you can like really get the detail in.
And then
color.
it's like this the only tattoo that's like really visible, the one on my left forearm, because the one that's back here is like you can't see this shit for real unless I'm like this. So it's like you won't really be able to see this. This ain't really like they for me, but I feel like I wear enough shirts of this nature to where it's like somebody will see it and probably be like, oh, what the fuck, what's that?
Show me your titty.
They'll be
Show
like,
me them tits, boy.
he was like, "Where's the keyblade?" He's like, "Shut up."
You just had to throw them out. I hate
Wow,
you.
bro.
Bro, if anyone played the fucking first Kingdom Hearts and after they beat the tutorial,
This scene doesn't exist.
you
y'all.
know.
This scene doesn't.
making shit up.
He's made this scene.
I
up
did
in
not
his
make
head
this up, bro. He says
7
it.
times.
He says it, dude.
What's the scene,
He's
bro?
like,
This
he's
scene
like,
does not
he's
exist.
like, where'd you find the keyblade? And fucking Sora's like, shut up. He has like his little high pitched voice. The scene exists, dude. It
This
exists.
scene does not exist, bro.
It
Is it a
exists.
secret scene?
It's not a secret scene. Go right now. Go get Kingdom Hearts, the first one. Beat the tutorial. And
Or
then
you
play
can
it.
just YouTube it. I'm pretty
Or
sure.
just YouTube it. YouTube the ending cutscene after the tutorial.
You should play it, though. If you haven't played it, we'll play it. Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, 3.
Bro, stop. Hold on. And I'm sorry, man. Look, we wrap this shit up when we wrap this shit up. I want to take a second to just say, people be doubting my gaming ability, and I don't appreciate that shit, all right? Just people in general. Like, you ain't never had, like, a conversation or some shit, maybe even on Twitter, or somebody will say some shit like, we all failed the train mission on San Andreas, 100 times, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, nigga, I literally beat that shit first try. And niggas are like, you lying, you capping, you this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, like, I whooped the shit out of Sephiroth. I whooped that nigga's ass. I destroyed him. Kingdom Hearts 2, bro, you know how they had, like,
He's making this
No,
up.
I'm not. You know how they had, like, the little gambit system on Kingdom Hearts 2 and shit? So where you can kind of set it up, like, auto cast and shit like that.
Right.
Bro, I beat him the first fight. I beat him the first try. Second try, I set my gambits up and I sat there and literally, like, if this fucking 9mm was a controller, I was literally
he's actually holding a 9mm.
I was literally just sitting here pressing X the entire fucking time. That's all I had to do. I shit on this nigga. Honestly, if I can get my ex-girlfriend to come on here and, like, vouch for me, she was there. She saw it. I used to beat all of her fucking, like,
Shout out to the girlfriends who watched.
Shout out to the girlfriends.
The boyfriends go crazy over video games.
Right, the ones that be
Those
shout
exist?
Shout out to my baby.
Those
right
exist.
now.
You broke up with that girl in like 2012, but she watched you go lose your mind over Mario Galaxy.
She probably still tells the story.
She probably still tells the
I
story.
will never date another gamer.
I will never do
This
it again.
motherfucker threw his controller so hard.
All right, guys, we gotta pull out of the station, man.
Oh, no, we don't. Ain't no problem.
No, it's time to go, man. But every time before we go, we like to give a few thanks.
Hey, yo, shout out to my sister for handling all the social medias.
Shout out to the Boyles. Gotta say shout out to the fam. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. And yeah.
Hey, yo, man. Hey, shout out to the creators, bro. Shout out to everybody bringing us the fan content. Shout out to the translators that's, hooking us up on these sites. I ain't gonna say no names, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They keeping us in the loop. right? Before simulcast was even a thing, bro. And last but not least, the man that put the beats together. Shout out to the myth, the legend.
Brother, is made.